Oh my god, it was amazing. Oh, it's so good. What's up, everybody? KaijuHero bringing us back with a brand new video. Last night I saw Kong Skull Island 10:15 showing. The movie ended at midnight. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Well, the best experience I've ever been in, movie related. So yeah, it's really cool to watch Kong 10:15. That's amazing. So welcome to my review of Kong Skull Island. I'm not going to get too much in depth with this. I'm going to talk about the plot details, what happens in the movie, just briefly. I know I'm gonna miss some parts because I'm just talking about it briefly. I go from there. I skip to the end. I miss a lot of parts like that in the middle. I'm not gonna go back and talk about them because, like I said, I'm just gonna talk about it briefly. So without further ado, let's go. Alright, so the movie starts out. Corey Hopkins are obviously they're trying to recruit some people to go to Skull Island, and then when they go to Skull Island, they drop bombs on Skull Island because they're trying to like map the surface by dropping bombs, which was a bad idea. Kong's there, and then he destroys all helicopters. Before Kong shows up, they split into two groups. One group is like the base camp group, and one group is like the aerial group, that Samuel Jackson's character leads, which is Packer. Tom Hiddleston's character is Conroy. Gene Tan's character is Sam. Corey Hopkins' character is, I don't know what's his character's name. Brie Larson's character is Weaver. That's all I know. Sadly, and those are like the only people I know. So which kind of sucks. But if you guys are thinking like, why am I getting too much like enjoyment of making this review? Well, I just made two long videos. I try to review this one time, a very long one, and the second time a very long one, and it's too long, and I keep on messing up, so it is too embarrassing. So I canceled that. This one will be a shorter and better one. So when Kong shows up, he destroys all those helicopters. No surviving active helicopters, if that makes sense. But there are some survivors. Oh, and also Jack. There's this one guy. There's one person who plays as Jack. He dies. The other guy died. Pretty much everyone dies except for like the main people, like Packer dies. Samuel Jackson's character did die. Packer did die. So yeah. So Tom Hiddleston's character, or I'm just gonna say the character's name, Conroy, Weaver, Corey Hopkins' character. I don't know what his name. The other guy that they kind of rescued, I guess, from World War II, Gene Tan's character. And yeah, I guess it's just basically 5. Oh, and also some troops. Some, like, I believe 3 surviving troops. So yeah. So Kong destroys all of these, and then Conroy meets up with Gene Tan and Corey Hopkins. They go to this like place where like there's a yellow things ever. Brie Larson's taking a picture when the camera like moves, and then all of a sudden eye like opens up, and it's really scary, and everyone's kind of like on a standoff. Those guys was on like with spears surrounding the group, and then everyone has guns except for Brie Larson's character. She has like a camera. So yeah, and after that, the guy from World War II, or like back in like, he was in Kong Skull Island for 32 years. It actually showed him how he arrived at to Skull Island at the beginning of the movie, but I'm not gonna get too much in depth. You guys can watch it by yourself. If you guys already seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It was amazing. It started out really cool, ends really cool. And yeah, they're talking about it, and then that guy's like talking about Kong's origins. And it's like, you don't come into someone's house and start dropping bombs unless you're unless you're starting to pick up a fight with him. But that's not the only reason. There's a big Skullcrawler that's like the codename the Big One. Codename the Big One. They that Skullcrawler was was the reason why that Kong's parents died. So then Kong he's like a little like I guess junior adults at whatever. He's not grown like fully grown yet, so it's pretty like I don't know. That will make sense because in the movie he can't even kill the Skullcrawler. But yes, I know there's two Skullcrawler. There's two Kong. There's two adult Kongs that can't defeat one big Skullcrawler. Or there might be other Skullcrawlers, but I don't know. That was in a fight. But anyways, so they're talking about why he's all mad and stuff. And then all of a sudden, Connor's like, yeah, we gotta help Kong. Kong was just only defending his territory. Connor says it's territory, so who cares? They find his boat plane thing. They start it up and they leave. Everyone's like sat there, and then they meet up with Samuel Packer and then Jack. Like I said, Jack dies. So Packer's like, yes, we need to rescue Jack. When he didn't know that Jack's dead. So then they start going to a boneyard where Kong's parents is, and there's one Skullcrawler that killed Jack. Before the attacks start happening, the Skullcrawler like actually spells out Jack's skull with meat on it and his dog tag. So it's kind of like represent like that's Jack, like that skull is Jack's skull. So yeah. And they start getting into a fight. The guy that was with Corey Hopkins at the beginning of the movie dies, but his camera kind of help the group like kill the Skullcrawler because like the flash the camera all of a sudden starts like I don't know like flashing constantly. So then when it's in the Skullcrawler's stomach because the Skullcrawler killed that guy with the camera inside with the trailer when the Skullcrawler was moving around and there's like this blue flash that was actually the camera like keeps on flashing like so that was very descriptive, wasn't it? Whatever. And then Brie Larson or Weaver, whatever, takes this lighter that Conroy gave to her like somewhere in the beginning in the movie. She throws it and it burns the Skullcrawler. And also there's one headband guy literally just like blows up like this toxic like gas thing. And then Conroy takes the guy that was there from World War II. I forgot what his name was. Marlowe, I think. Marlowe. I think it was Marlowe. If I remember correctly, tell me in the comments. I think it was Marlowe. So he takes his katana, puts on the gas mask, literally kills all these like pterodactyl things. And also there's like these bamboo spiders, water buffalo, yeah, all that. Back in the Wonderstone, the village. I know that when I said that why Mario have a movie, I shouldn't go back, but whatever. This is really good. When Brie Larson comes out and I see this water buffalo, and there's a helicopter on top of that water buffalo. So she's trying to push the helicopter up so the water buffalo can get out from the tail end of the helicopter. But then Colin just like gently just grabs it up and it just drops it on the ground. Water buffalo is free. And it's basically saying like, hey, see what I did? Huh, I'm better than you kind of thing. But it's kind of like an attraction because, Kong is attracted to girls, all whatever. And then we get the super cool fight scene where Kong was fighting with the two Skullcrawlers. Well, this was when they're explaining about Kong's like why he's all mad and stuff. And he backs at one Skullcrawler, the other one comes, he grabs him, puts him on the ground, stomps on him, does his roar, super awesome. And at that nighttime, where the big one was awoken. Before that, Packer actually lit this fire because he actually bombed some more places And then Kong's mad, because like, no, now the big one's gonna come out and kill everyone. And when Kong is dead, no one can defend or can kill that Skullcrawler, because like it's the big one. So it took like so many people just to kill one Skullcrawler, one young Skullcrawler. So yeah, think about like a full-grown adult. So just like the Great Wall, ha 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 ha, Talte, Skullcrawler, got what I did there, maybe little, whatever. So Packer, he when he throws the torch in the water, cause he poured gasoline in it turns to fire, it burns Kong, and then Packer does like this fist thing. Really cool, just like in the beginning where Kong was destroying like these helicopters, he did a fist too. So I think that's really cool. When Kong like trying kill them, he gets knocked out, and then Conroy and Weaver comes trying to stop him, and they all turn on Packer, and Packer's like, okay, fine, Skullcrawler's awakened, the big one's awakened, it does his roar, there, and it starts coming for main characters. Everyone leaves, except for Packer. He looks back at Kong, and he's like, he says something like I know it ends with F word, and he tries to bomb. He tries to like trigger the bomb, but then Kong wakes up, just slams him with his fist, and then the Skullcrawler knocks Kong's out, and then he goes out to get the other human characters. And then there's this guy, this really sad guy. This really sad. He takes out a grenade, like this triggers it, and then and he's ready, man. He's ready to like sacrifice himself. He thinks that that big Skullcrawler is gonna eat him, and then he's gonna explode inside of the Skullcrawler. And the Skullcrawler's like, no, I'm already full. I just ate something underground, probably my own kind. So he just uses that, whips him like across, hits the mountain. It explodes. Weaver goes up to the other mountain. And then she tries to shoot a flare up to because Core Hopkins already left, but then they're like, no, come back, we need help. So since Core Hopkins know where the flare was, they came back to kind of save Kong, because and they're like all in trouble and stuff. And Kong, the final battle, he literally just grabs a rock, hits the Skullcrawler. It's really awesome. That's not the end of final battle though, but that's all I'm just gonna say about the movie. Overall, I give this movie a 9.5 because I just do. I like this movie. Characters was amazing. I know at end credit scene, there's a teaser of Godzilla 2, so definitely, if you're watching Kong Skull Island, definitely stay in the theaters until the end, after the end credit scenes, because it's amazing. Soundtrack, cool. I'm not sure if there's like I think there's a soundtrack out there, but I just can't find it. Characters, visual effects was awesome. Some effects wasn't that good, like that one like pterodactyl boat scene where it was like like those pterodactyl birds was like hanging on to the monarch scientist guy, rips his hands off. That effect is kind of but yeah, that's basically it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm very, very tired, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some rest. This will be the video for like, I don't know, for a while. It might be like 3-4 days, because I need a break. I have a lot of stuff to do. And yeah, that's basically it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. Tell me in the comments how you thought of this movie. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.